Since the premiere of Hotel Transylvania, fans of the animated franchise have been unable to stop talking about Hotel Transylvania 5. Let's find out what all the fuss is about. Hotel Transylvania Transformania is the fourth installment in the animated franchise that clearly adores classic film monsters. All audiences could benefit from the sweet message and approachable family entertainment, but it had the potential to be even better. We saw the gang of monsters get a getaway from the fabled hotel in Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation. However, Hotel Transylvania Transformania starts off by going back to the beginning. When Dracula and his daughter Mavis were the only two, things were much easier. Things have changed and are about to keep changing further. The Hotel Transylvania is celebrating its 125th anniversary, and Dracula is looking forward to entertaining his visitors with a spectacular performance. Despite accepting Mavis and Johnny as a couple and his extended family, Dracula had hesitations about his son-in-law as an employee. Dracula had originally planned to retire, but he decided against doing so because he thought the couple would be incapable of running the hotel. After Drac lied and claimed he could only pass the estate down to a monster, Johnny used a monster ray to turn into a kaiju. This forced the team to travel to South America in order to cure him as well as themselves. However, Johnny did not revert to his human form. Then, in a speech, Dracula persuaded Johnny that he belonged to a family, reiterating how he had come to accept and love Johnny during their bonding time. Dracula discovered that despite their harsh exteriors, people are like marshmallows, sweet on the inside, and as a result, Dracula wanted Johnny's return. In response, Johnny changed back into a human, and the ray then healed all the other infected individuals, including Frankenstein and the Invisible Man. Let's fast forward to a year later then. After a year of work, the hotel has been rebuilt and transformed into a cutting-edge resort. While Dracula's 125-year-old vision was no longer present, the area now housed an ice skating rink, a water park, and a spa and wellness center. Furthermore, it had a vibrant color scheme, hinting that it would now be targeted at younger people. The 4 installments of the popular film series Hotel Transylvania have all received positive reviews. Furthermore, both the audience and the critics have praised Hotel Transylvania Transformania for its quirky characters and compelling plot. Fans wonder when they will see their beloved characters on their next adventure and are curious about Hotel Transylvania 5. So, let's find out. Before Hotel Transylvania Transformania's January 14th release, it was stated that the series would end with this film, but there may still be room for a Hotel Transylvania 5 to be produced. Although nothing has been confirmed as of yet, it could still be early, especially given the difficulties involved in actually releasing the movie. Hotel Transylvania 4 was indeed scheduled to hit theaters in December 2021, but it ultimately only became available on Amazon Prime Video after Amazon Studios reached an agreement with Sony to make it available for the streaming service. Before we go any further, we wanted to let you know that it's time for you to smash that like button if you haven't done it already! It's unlikely that a 5th Hotel Transylvania film will be released anytime soon, since there hasn't been any official word on the matter. Nevertheless, the first Hotel Transylvania film was always released about 3 to 4 years after it was first announced. Hotel Transylvania 5 would most likely be released after the same 3-year period, so at the earliest, in 2025, if Sony were to change its mind later in the year and decide that it would like to bring back the franchise's beloved monsters and human stories. Some changes were announced for Hotel Transylvania 4, including Adam Sandler's decision not to reprise his role as Dracula, and Genndy Tartakovsky's decision not to direct the film, which was instead directed by Derek Dreiman and Jennifer Kluska. Despite the fact that Hotel Transylvania 4 was promoted as the franchise's finale and had a satisfying conclusion that wrapped up the story of its main characters, the previous films of the series also functioned as standalone movies that could be viewed independently, raising the possibility that a 5th installment could still be made. Even though there doesn't appear to be any information or news regarding Hotel Transylvania 5, the majority of the main cast could be expected to return if it were to go into production. As previously stated, Adam Sandler will not be cast as Dracula's voice, and the reason for this has not yet been brought to light. Brian Hull has been recast for this role, and the remaining cast members include Kathryn Hahn as Erica and Steve Buscemi as Wayne. While David Wayne will be seen in action as Griffin, the Invisible Man, Molly Shannon will be seen portraying the role of Wanda. Brad Albert will replace previous voice actor Kevin James in the role of Drac's friend Frankenstein. Additionally, we would also see Keegan-Michael Key as Murray. Of course, let's not forget Drac's daughter, played by the one and only Selena Gomez, and her husband, Jonathan, who was portrayed by Andy Samberg.
Dad, 30 years ago you promised. I remember, we were both eating mice and you specifically said that you gave me your word.
The only thing that seems to be driving any further development at the moment is the box office. In that regard, a fifth installment of the franchise is undoubtedly a possibility. The main characters all appear to have reached a satisfying conclusion in the story. The story arcs seem to tie up nicely, and if the franchise were to continue now, it might lose the same sense of magic that it has thus far managed to capture. And now that Adam Sandler left the voice cast for the fourth movie, it seems like the right time to wrap up the series. Also, for a variety of reasons, including the pandemic-related delays and the streaming agreement, a fifth installment might never be given access. But since it's Hollywood and a popular franchise, you should never rule anything out. With the 125th anniversary of the hotel being celebrated by Count Dracula, Mavis, Jonathan, and their friends at the beginning of Hotel Transylvania 4, as well as Drac's unexpected announcement that he intended to retire and give the hotel to Mavis and her human husband Johnny, Hotel Transylvania 4 anticipated a passing of the torch between generations. In fact, Hotel Transylvania 4 may have avoided any potential cliffhanger by showing in its closing scenes how the hotel had been rebuilt after being destroyed by the guinea pig of Professor Van Helsing. However, considering the extensive changes that have been made to the hotel by Johnny and Mavis that were visible at the ending, Hotel Transylvania 5 could easily concentrate on those and tell an amusing tale. Especially if Drac were to object, but however, was not involved in the hospitality business. Along the way, this wild time teased not only a sequel, but also a new animation design for the series. The drastic change in animation styles in the final scenes was more noticeable than the additions to the hotel. Everything in the new hotel is animated in 2D, instead of the usual 3D style, which is a departure from the movies. And while this might just be a tribute to Genndy Tartakovsky, who wrote and directed most of the Hotel Transylvania series, it might also be a hint at a change in tone for a potential fifth movie. There are rumors that a fifth installment, titled Hotel Transylvania Christmas Holidays, was in the works. Mavis, who wants to have the best Christmas ever, will star in the fifth movie, but only after Drac's pack protects the North Pole from an attack and invasion by giant toy soldiers sent by the evil Arctic Witch, who wants to take control of the North Pole. And because of this, you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss out on any of our videos in the future. But guess what? Patrick Stewart will be Santa Claus. So what do you think? Are these rumors making sense? It does to me. I think it'll be fun to see them again and see how they manage the hotel now. And how is Dracula accepting it so far? He was okay at the end, but maybe he changed his mind. Let's hope not, though. And also, Dracula's wife wants to slow down and enjoy life with him. Perhaps a vacation is all he needs. We'll just have to wait and see. See you in the next video.